Maybe like there? Kinda. Yeah, that works. Cool. Alrighty. Where'd my Discord go? There it is. Hey. I don't think anyone's following. Can I just see who's following it? I don't actually. Why would I follow my own notification? Whatever. Okay, Discord. Let's do that. Nope, click out of this. Oh boy. Alright, I need to change the phone setting. Boop. Still haven't figured out why that worked. Well, lasted longer last time, but who knows? It's Apple technology. It could literally mean anything. Hey, Fredmax. How's it going? I'm slightly large. I say that, and yet I don't know. I think it's just my thing with framing. I don't like it when they clip. Not a fan. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say to that. I can't really threaten to do anything. I think we all know that I wouldn't, so it's no point. My grandma likes to say, don't say you're going to do things that you aren't going to. This is a fact. Yeah, not great. Of course, most people do that anyway, but hey, why aim to be most people? It's boring. I'd much rather be myself. Easier said than done, but working to it. So how you been? Hopefully good. At least drinking water for not that I'm bringing that up for any particular reason, and that all this just random aside, naturally. Yep. Foxes in Japan are enjoying the snow. Yeah, that checks out. Random, but it checks out. Snow was good. Even my dogs like the snow. So I don't know, maybe it's a canine thing? But I don't know why. But I've also never seen a cat enjoy the snow. Come to think of it. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, hey. Why does it feel like the size of the window changed, but it didn't? Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know what that's about. Downward? Yes. Good. For attacks. Set it. I mean, at the very least, I can direct you to the name down in the bottom left. I mean, I guess technically the Arctic has other seasons, but there's like the whole theme that, like, you know, the hair. Is that not enough of a giveaway? It might not have been. Long story short, yes, I do like the winter. For multiple reasons. One, there's only so many layers of clothing you can take off when it gets hot. Right. Two, I don't know. I mean, you can't really sit by a nice warm fireplace in the summer. It's a rather massive downside. In summer, dying of heat. Huh. That's right, Southern Hemisphere. Complete opposite. My condolences. I always forget. It's like I know, but I always forget that everything below the equator, it just flips the seasons. So technically Christmas is in the summer for you. Yeah. Adventure, water, lots of non-perishable important. Oh, that's an opposite. Yeah, water. The water feels a little pointed, but that could be me reading into it. Navigation equipment. Hopping right into it. But yeah, so far, I mean, I guess it depends on your party. Who can do, so okay, who can do create water and food? I think, is it clerics? I think it's clerics. Yeah. If you have one of those, I mean, I guess it's not the best food. But technically, in a pinch. Well, I don't actually know if they have compasses in Faerun. I mean, it's not on the character sheet at least, but yeah, compass is usually good if you can get one. Don't go on an adventure. Well, that's... It's an absent. That wasn't one of the options. The adventure's coming whether you want it to or not. Okay. Yeah. It's just what would you take on it to, you know. Ideally not immediately fail. That's the funny thing with magic, it really doesn't care, does it? Oh no. How sad. Anyway. But yeah, water is good. Food is... I mean, good food. Good food is definitely something that is preferable to bad food. Which, if anyone's ever tried... I don't think I ever tried hardtack. Dehydrated food is kind of hit or miss. A lot. I've never tried pemmican. I don't even remember what pemmican is. Like, I know they use it as an option in RimWorld, but that's the extent of my knowledge. No, I'm not going to be streaming RimWorld mainly because I don't think I can. Also, and gives you caloric intake. Caloric intake is good, for sure. Especially if you're expending a lot of energy, which technically magic takes mana, but you know what I mean. You produce it via your energy good. Energy good. I still don't think you could find a compass. Although there are spells that would like point you in the right direction, you don't really count that as packing, I guess, technically. However, food and water is also very heavy. Yeah. If you buy good stuff. Like if you're... dried meat might be a little less heavy. So salted pork, for instance, which I've also never tried. Odd, I know. It's not. I know. Yeah. Tried military provisions. I think once. If I figured out the food allergy thing, and then, well, I can't really have those anymore. I know, weird. They don't really cater to gluten-free or dairy-free. The wisdom of not going on an adventure. Look, you don't get to choose where the magical portal drops you off. It just appears, alright? Hello, toaster. Welcome. Yes. Any near the drops you in. Why does it feel like a very pointed and specific place? Hey, anything can be a femboy if you try hard enough. I mean, we have ship girls. We have plain. Is the plain variety called anything different? I don't actually know. I'd assume not, but surprise, surprise. This is not a subject that I've looked into too deeply. I know. Surprising. Yeah, every time I think of Henderson Field. Not, like, I see Henderson Island, but I think Henderson Field, and I don't even remember where Henderson Field is. Is that on Pearl Harbor? That might be. Random. Guadalcanal. Yeah, then I don't know why that was in my head all of a sudden. I have not read anything about Guadalcanal. I have not played anything that Guadalcanal featured in. Very would be, yeah, how's your day, Toaster? Little drunk. You know what? Valid. This reminds me to drink some water. You should too. Although you might regret that more later. Not that drinking is the cause of my dehydration problems. It's more of the not drinking enough water because I get distracted. But that's not the point. Congo, well, I know of Guadalcanal, but I don't know why specifically Henderson Field was what popped into my head as the first thing related to Henderson. Or was that a fanfic? That was like months ago, though. I'm afraid. A little bit. Henderson Island is a speck in the same chain as Pitcairn Island, and it's where the survivors of the Essex temper. The aircraft carrier. I was like, huh? The survivors of Essex? The whaler. Oh. I've never heard of this. Stove. I mean, I could probably save you some time and say that won't go super great, but you're welcome to attempt it, I suppose. I personally haven't tried getting guacamole out of my nose afterwards. It doesn't sound great, but People have done stranger things. Might burn a bit though, just a little bit. Oh, that's what it is. Paying you $20 to try? I mean, I guess $20 is $20, isn't it? Not personally sure that I'd find that worth. But there's definitely worse you could do for $20. Most of which the internet is done for free because it's the internet. You should do more. Yeah. I mean, I guess it would depend on the kind of guacamole. If it's just avocado, it's gonna be annoying, probably fine. Get a... Not a toothpick. What are they called? Cotton swab. Later. That'll clear it out. But if it has like onions or tomatoes, I feel like that should probably up the price a little bit. Especially onion. Oh, and especially if it has chili, because some of them have chilies. It's no... I don't think you should. No, I don't think snorting wasabi is a good idea. I mean, you'd eventually be fine, but you would regret every single second of your life until that moment. Also, hey, I said Arctic because you. Hi, Alto. How's it going? Oh, okay. So Napsid, what have you done? I refuse to be held liable for this. This is not my fault. I'm afraid to ask if you went with the guacamole or the wasabi. I hope for your sake it was the guacamole. You have to streamer, hurts your feelings. Alright, Drama King. Chili. Yep. Yeah. That'd... I mean, hey, congrats on the clear sinuses. That'll be great in like 3 hours or so. It's gonna suck until then, but you know, live and learn, I suppose. Know what you are? No, I know what I am. To be happy. In general, don't put things up your I think water, like if you ever go swimming and you're like tempted to do like, I don't know, barrel roll or whatever, water up the nose is never, chlorinated water up the nose is so fantastic. It's great. Love it. Alright, well I'm now imagining a Khajiit with definitely not sugar. Skyrim. I'm sure the next Elder Scrolls game will come around like sometime in the next, like, I don't know, decade. Probably. It cuts your... You know, in hindsight, yeah, sugar crystals. Crystal being the keyword there. I'm guessing you didn't go with the powdered variety. Okay, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah. Sugar, yeah. Hopefully not like one of the brown sugar or like raw sugar ones rather. Because those are even larger in size. Which would A, take longer to dissolve. Not that I know what happens to sugar if you snort it in your nose when it dissolves. Huh. Well, at least she bounced back quickly. Chippy. He arrives and then he is gone immediately. Classic Alto. Classic. Glad to hear it though. I'm not, I don't deal with pain well personally. I tend to avoid it. I say as someone who played hockey for the longest time. It's different somehow, trust me. Just don't think about it super hard and it works just fine. I play. If we didn't have to like jump straight into the accusations. Okay, look. It's fine. It's different. Physical pain. Physical pain. Through DS, Dark Souls 2? Would be my guess. I didn't play that ever, or 3, or 1, or even all of Elden Ring. Yeah. Do not cut. Oh, they try their hardest. Don't get me wrong. They make their very best attempt, but no, technically. Dorks. That's fair. You know, I did try. Actually, no, I didn't. Where did I get up to in Elden Ring? I think just after the first main boss. Was it Market? Whatever, the one with the giant dragon head. I know that really narrows it down. And I got bored. And I tried co-op with Joker, and well, they do co-op in a really weird way for a game that you're kind of expected to die a lot, so that was annoying. That didn't last long. But yeah, I don't know, maybe at some point I'll do a playthrough of those. Who knows? It's probably a good idea. Simple idea. We'll see. Because I do like RPGs, and I forgot the other one. I don't know strictly, but and I like challenges. So it's technically in my wheelhouse. And they're old enough that I should be able to run them while streaming. So theoretically it could happen. Oh. Yeah, there's probably more commands I could add. Haven't got around to all of them yet. There's always more stuff to add though, let's be honest. Yeah. Godspeed though. Where was I? Right. I'm gonna skip past League for no particular reason that is definitely not related to the last couple of times I tried playing. Imagine having a social battery, that's crazy. I've heard tell of this thing, but I've never really quite managed to figure it out myself. Yeah. I'm sure maybe I'll get one eventually, who knows. Pretty high demand. Long waiting list, you know how it is. Yeah. I think the general rule is don't play any competitive game in the last days of the season, which is like today. Unless you enjoy getting trolled, because it's like a 50-50 shot if you're on the team which doesn't get trolled. or that does get trolled, and it's painful. It's funny, it's there for 10 seconds and it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna usually be slightly less relatable. It's kind of scary. Or I'm getting called out. One of the two. One of the two is happening. I mean, it could be both. I suppose they're technically not exclusive. Non-mutually exclusive? Yeah, that one. Not mutually exclusive. Oh. Yeah. And talking to people's... Sometimes it's fine. For a long time. And other times, you expend whatever it was that you really cared about in the conversation within, well, like 3 sentences, and you don't really want to be there anymore. Yeah. Yeah. That's a vibe. That's where rambling comes in handy, though. Then you don't really have a choice. You're just talking. And keep talking. Especially... It's not great. That is true. Disassociating's never good though. Speak from experience on that one. Yeah. Fun times. Doesn't require much conscious attention. Yeah. I kind of just check out of those conversations most of the time, I think, if I'm having it. Obviously, it requires leaving the house. Yeah, not much threat of that current moment, so we're good. See, as much as I kind of gravitate toward shooters over MOBAs, you don't have to talk to anybody in League, right? It's great. I mean, you might also get pinged into oblivion, but they can only do 5 of those in a row, so you get a little bit of a break if you don't want to mute them, which I usually just would. Which is sort of satisfying because you know they're still doing it, it's just that it's not having any effect. Yeah. It's fun. That is the upside of single-player games though, isn't it? Of course, then you have the downside of AI pathing not always being the greatest. Literally every game ever. I was gonna name one specifically, I couldn't, and I realized I could just name all of them, because they all suck. Classic. Nothing like getting trapped in a corner by your companions. That's fun. It's a great time. Pain and suffering. Of course, that's always when the enemy throws a grenade or whatever. Super fun. Love it. Fantastic experience. It's a blast, really. It's a blast. I'm supposed to get slightly back on topic. D&D. I don't know. See, D&D is the sort of thing that sounds fun, but then I realized that it requires socialization, and it's suddenly less fun. One of those good in the idea's nice, and it would technically be fun, but then there's talking to people. And who really wants to talk with people? Let's be honest. I'm fairly certain nobody here's an extrovert. so pretty safe in making that statement. I'm certainly not. Supposedly it was a little more when younger, but hey, things change. I think to an extent being an extrovert requires being less aware of, what's the word? Well, first off, caring less about what other people think, or just not even like having that show up in your head conceptually. What was the first one though? Just being less aware. Which is weird because like you get those extras, sometimes they can like really tell what people are feeling, and then you get the ones who just kind of don't and just talk about whatever. But they bring good vibes, so you know, it's nice. And like trying to carry a conversation as someone who's very much not extroverted. That's draining. Yeah, draining's the word. But yeah, adventures. Less about the destination, I'd say. Although knowing the destination is really useful when you're trying to plan what to bring with you. Like the amount of food that you'd want to bring. Okay, see now I'm curious. If you were to actually put together an adventurer's pack, right? With the clothes, armor, food, water, and gear. So you have like the camping equipment, and then you have your weaponry and whatnot. Like, how much would that even weigh? Because I feel like the average military layout, what the hell? Why can I suddenly not think of the technical word to describe that? Setup? I mean, I guess setup works, but it's not really what I was looking for. It's like 60 pounds or whatever minimum. Not taking an adventure to Mogadishu. Why Mogadishu? Who's going to take an adventure to Mogadishu? I'm certainly not looking for any Black Hawk. That's somebody else's problem. I'm not equipped for that. No. I play... Okay, since we're already brought up, I play Ari. I'm very much not in your face. I am just annoying, okay? You will never catch me. I'm very annoying. And I guess good at team play, which is true, but San Francisco. Okay, it's not... San Francisco isn't that bad now. There's definitely a period of time where it was not great. But, there was a lot of hills, though. It's definitely not my type of place, because it's very urban. Not a fan, personally. Like nature. Nature's nice. Like, ideally, a mix of the two would be good, right? Like, somewhere where there's enough modern utilities and amenities, but then not in the middle of like LA or San Fran. Hydrological feature. I'll give it. Is that a word? Is that like actual hydrological? Hydrological. I mean, it sounds official. Official? Sounds official. I'm drinking more water. Hydrology is a thing. I mean, I know geology is a thing. I haven't ever heard anyone use the word hydrology before. I've heard marine biology, but that's literally it. Odd. You'd think having lived, like, near the ocean as long as I did, I would have heard that more, but no. Guess the sea lions are kind of cute. Yeah, kind of, and then you realize that they're douchebags, and they're suddenly less cute. Yeah. It's funny how nature does that. But if you don't have to deal with them, just watch them. So it's like when you're like dealing with a friend's kids and or pets. Yeah. Yeah, it's a vibe. I mean, it's not your problem if they're full of sugar, right? You don't have to deal with it. You larval human. That's definitely one way to describe them. Okay, but then if we're discussing that, would you rather sea lion or sea otter? Eh? Because, I mean, are of course the... Right! What, yeah. In the kelp, eating their crabs, amongst other things, being cute, occasionally, well I mean I guess always, yeah, I mean if you ignore all of their other heinous activities, I guess, yeah, they would win. They'd win a cuteness battle between them and sea lions. Yeah. Just ignore everything else and it's fine. Why is everything cute in nature just a massive douchebag? And the cuter they are, I swear, the worse that it gets. Truly nature's greatest defense mechanism. Hey. Return to the West Coast anyway. Fair enough. I mean, Faerun, California, surprise, I know. I mean, the time of year is a little bit surprising, but once again, dealing with a large wildfire. Big surprise, I know. I feel like a lot of people forget that, a lot of the southern part of California, I don't know how they forget considering it's literally bordering Nevada and, oh, I don't know, Mexico, was a desert? It wasn't guacamole. Oh. What do you mean by that? I'd say I'm sure it's fine, but oh no. Oh. Why did you need to provide that mental image? That's still better than rotting mayonnaise. Does it count as prophetic if you didn't say that it was actually wasabi. You just also recommended wasabi. I don't know, I feel like I have to dock points for that. Wait, no, you said it, you could, you said he should do wasabi. Raise rotting. I have concerns. I have concerns. I tend to be more legit than any prophet. Well, I mean, I guess first off, you do exist, so that's always a leg up. But what would be worse, rotting mayonnaise or rotting ranch? I actually don't know. Both are pretty bad. I feel like mayonnaise would have a worse texture, though. Is it? Really? Huh. Okay. The more you know. I mean, I totally knew that, right? I didn't. How is that never... Have I just never made ranch? Out of everything I've made, ranch just never cropped up, huh? Cheesy rotten. I don't know, like, what cheese has to do with it. I feel like rotten eggs on just, they kind of carry themselves, really. You make your own salad dressings, it is very easy. Okay, technically I don't really make my own of anything unless it's pasta or rice. Occasionally stir fry. Was there anything else? Not really. I don't count cooking eggs. No. But yeah, no, anything you can make yourself is going to be healthier for you because it's going to have less preservatives. Yeah. Lo and behold, your organs kind of appreciate not having to deal with that. I know, crazy. And no sugar. I always forget that they add sugar to everything. But yeah. Although I always forget what buttermilk is in the first place on that subject. Like, I know it has some... I can't remember if it was that or something else that doesn't actually have milk in it, but I feel like it does have milk. But I forget why it's buttermilk. Doesn't have? Well, okay, first off, if you just don't eat, problem solved. Okay, so there's that. You get buttermilk from churning butter. I'll take completely incorrect for 500, please. I'm on a roll today. Let's go. Not over here, they don't. Curious. Oh, where would over here be? Buttermilk and... What is it? Don't worry about it. It's really good. Trust me. It's I mean, I can't have it anyway because dairy, but no matter what, it has dairy in it. That's the end of the story, right? It has cow's milk, or it's made from butter, which is presumably made from cow's milk because that's like, phone, can you please stop? Okay, fine. Technically casein, but it amounts to about the same thing, yeah. Which sucks, because most of what we have to snack on is string cheese, so that obviously doesn't work. Yeah. Good times, good times. Maybe lactose. Yeah, that sucks. It's not as bad as it would have been like 15 years ago. But, oh god. Okay. Be glad you never had to try, like, the first instances of gluten-free bread. I want you to imagine, like, a breadstick, right? You know, like a little thin baguette? Just, like... What would be the size that I'm looking for here? 2 cherry tomatoes wide? Why is that what my brain comes up with? All you'll say is Europe. Fair enough. I mean, it's all right next to each other anyway. It doesn't really matter. Surely. It does, but like it doesn't actually for the context of where this cultural stuff or whatever. So yeah, 2 cherry tomatoes wide. And very, 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 very gummy, but also kind of hard. Classic. Really, do we have that? I don't remember we have that emote. Oh geez. What would it be? I mean, I can check, I guess, without typing it, because I'm afraid to type in my own chat. Classic. Be back in a little while. Clean up from dinner and stuff. Nice. Great. Cleaning. I wish you luck with that, though. Why are we on the... Yeah, old site, thank you. Sign in again. Come on, 7TV, don't be this way. Just want to see what we have. We actually don't have... Oh, wait. No, it is. It's just... Alright, cool. I don't know if we have 7TV. Personally, I don't. Haha. At least on my PC. That's me. Classic mistake. Do we have... I didn't even check that. We might have it. We do! Hey! I mean, by all means. I'm surprised that Autobot doesn't smack for that, but it's like other stuff, the most random things it'll go for. But you know. Totally valid. I just try and stay away from like more explicit stuff, but like we're just talking body parts at that point. I don't care. The only thing I try not to do is swearing with this because I know it bothers most people. I feel like you're probably pretty safe without slurs, which I wouldn't recommend for... I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, really. Then I have to do something. Ah, water. But yes. What topic did I get dragged away from? Oh, I was talking about... Yeah, no. First instance of gluten-free bread. Not fun. Basically just had the consistency of uncooked bread, but it was technically cooked. Horrible. not worth it. Bad experience all around. Would that keep longer or less time, I wonder, if you needed to, like, take that as travel rations? I feel like less time. I want to say longer? I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but maybe. I really don't know. But yeah, as far as what I would take on an adventure, we're talking like D&D, because it's the idea. I mean, you could like go on a random adventure, sure, IRL, but that'd be boring. You know, no threat of imminent death from random. I mean, okay, there's always like mountain lions, but magical creatures. And also there's like no reward at the end. It's just getting there. Very boring. So, what do... Obviously a weapon. Weapon. Enough funds to pay for like staying in an inn or whatever along the way. But some time where you're not like literally sitting out in a tent, right? It's only fun for so long. Bag of holding. Some might consider that cheating. I say they're just not thinking hard enough. Really kind of, I mean, okay, you don't want to put magical items in a bag of holding. Food is fine. Never mind. Yeah, so that's fine. Bag of holding. Do I want to go with the specific type of food, or do I want to like just be general? I feel like some meats would be good. Basically jerky. I know you technically shouldn't have a ton of that, because that means you need to drink even more water, which is something I already... Probably. I don't know why you'd want to, but I guess. Probably make a mess of everything else in there, but hey, it's your bag of holding. Say beef jerky. Bet it would. What else do I want? That's a question. Doesn't work that way. It's still only whatever you put into it. Steering away from that topic, mental images I did not need. Easily. What is the last thing that I'd want to take? I really don't know. Got food covered. Oh, a tent. Duh. Yeah, a tent. I mean, as long as you have a cleric, or technically a wizard, you should be able to get water just fine. But, no, I'll stick with the beef jerky things. But food, I mean, you could use them for food, but you could also hunt for food. I know, it's amazing how magic simplifies hunting. Crazy. So yeah. most of that would work pretty well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty common one. I'm just not gonna ask. You probably want to overdo it. Don't want to overdo it. But yeah, so I feel like the weapon's a given. Do I count that? I really don't want to count that. It's a little too easy. We'll count it. It's whatever. Nice. To each their own. And I won't be explaining that either. You know. Big grief. Reached as far as we're going on that topic. Yeah. I'll keep it like PG-13, I guess. Well, I say knowing the things that I occasionally reference. It's better in small doses, though. See, I'm not the person to ask, because I will literally hang it over your head for, basically ever. Just fox things, really. Judging by what you said earlier, oh, you should be fine. Seems right up your alley. Oh, Husky. Well, then it's for me to know and you to, I suppose, figure out. Depending on age, I guess. Which should be over 13, but that's a broad category. It's a broad category. It's a broad range. Yeah. Well, I mean, what you look up in your own time is up to you. Anyway, yeah, so I counted the weapons. So weapon... Oh, what did I say? Bag of holding was third. What was the second thing? Knowing you're in Europe, that doesn't mean as much as you think it does. Like in the US, that's 21 for some reason. Keeping in mind you can buy cigarettes at 18. Not that you should ever buy them, because they're just bad for you and they're a money sink and it literally does you no good. But why you can buy those before alcohol, I don't know. Classic politics. 18 in your country? See, again, that's more reasonable. I'm sure there's a reason why it's 21 in the States, but I don't know if it would be a good reason. Nor one that would even still apply to modern day, but hey! Politics. It all comes back to politics, which I don't talk about because they're either frustrating, annoying, depressing, or all three at the same time. No thanks, I'm good. Not what I'm here for. There's plenty of other people who will cover that. Personally, I try to avoid drama. I don't know. Doesn't seem worth the energy. At literally any point. Yeah, is what it is, really. Oh, I don't know why people like it so much, I guess, on that topic, but very popular. Kind of a cheap way to grab attention, but because if you want to, that is a way. Is for me, I'm going back to thinking about what the heck the second thing on my list was. Then I had the weapon, bag of holding, basically beef jerky, and then a tent. Right. Huh. What would be really useful on a journey? A lot of things. You could, I guess a canteen should be on there. So canteen, why not? We'll say a canteen. Because even if you can technically summon water from literally anywhere, it's still good to have a nice backup. Very good, especially if you're in the desert. Which, contrary to popular belief, get very cold at night. It's probably one of the hardest things about dealing with desert survival, is it's really hot and then it's really cold. So cold. So incredibly cold. Yeah. Also the venomous species of animal, insect, reptile. I don't think there's anything else that'd be venomous. I mean, there's the plants, but those are poisonous technically. Yeah, don't know. A shotgun wizard only knows fire. Shotgun wizard only knows fireball. Bottomless water canteen. I want to call that cheating, but I'm literally bringing a bag of holding, so I really can't say anything, can I? Antidote for poison and food. I don't know if I've ever seen a shotgun in D&D. Like, there have been firearms. It's usually pistols, though. Oddly enough. Never shotguns. Which is weird, because shotguns are definitely way more effective in most scenarios. Huh. Also, the wizard who only knows fireball is definitely taking your life into your own hands there. Oh, their hands. I mean, we've all seen the memes. We know what happens. Wizard can cast fireball. Wizard will cast fireball. In a tight cave? That's your problem. Scribe at it, I guess. Or orphans on the way. Or you. All of your supplies, your bottomless water canteen. Maybe a large barrel of oil or gunpowder. Basically all the worst things you could possibly think of in that scenario. Naturally they'll be there, because that's how fireball works. Classic, really. Yeah. I hope for your sake it's a short adventure. I hope that it's planned to be a short adventure, and not an adventure that is cut short for reasons of flammability. And destruction of property, possibly being arrested, and trying to have to pay off bail if they even allow you to do that, which isn't a given. Definitely be exciting though. Definitely exciting. Although, how would you even make a shotgun work? Would it be like just a generic boring black powder shotgun, or would it be more of like a Artificer's thing where I almost said alchemist, no, Artificer's I think correct. So it's magic based? In which case, what is it firing? Because you definitely have options. I mean, I guess you could fire water if you wanted to, but that's a very odd choice. Not very impactful. Ice would probably be the go-to, as it's like an actual projectile. Fire's technically an option, but I mean, A, it's a little boring and generic. B, again, it's not a physical thing. Lightning could be fun, but it's lightning shot out of a metal barrel. But there's potential to go poorly. Kind of comes back to ice. I guess technically you could fire a rock. Yeah, sure, whatever, but that's just boring. Less boring than fire, but still boring, because it's just rock. Like, gets the job done, I guess. It's not going to do anything to armor, more than likely, unless it's... No, I'm pretty sure steel would beat granite. Definitely beat marble. It might dent it. It's really about it. Kind of sad that I didn't think of an antidote kit. Then again, I was like planning on bringing a cleric. Although for... Are we really counting people as like... I guess I didn't specify items, did I? Huh. No, I didn't. So would I have to like specify a cleric in slot too? I guess. Huh. Okay, so I guess the weapon of... I haven't decided. Personally, I'm a fan of Naginata, but I think it's, yeah, Naginata. So Naginata cleric. Bag of holding. Obvious reasons. Lots of beef jerky. Or jerky. Pork jerky's also okay. I've never tried venison jerky though. Or venison, for that matter. Huh. Yeah. Oddly enough, that has never come up. And then a tent. Yeah. Ever eaten sand? Unfortunately, I mean, I've got it in my mouth on a beach. But I can't say that I've ever tried to eat sand. Huh. Well, that sounds incredibly appealing. I think I'll give that a pass. So nothing like rabbit then. Which literally tasted like chicken. Noted. Noted. Only when required. Okay, hopefully never. Because that would require apocalypse or just not having any other food supply than going hunting for deer. Which I don't even know if I could find. Nor do I know how to skin a deer or, you know, divulge it of its organs without causing issues. Which obviously wouldn't be great. Then you could just run the entire thing and not be able to eat any of it. Classic. But yeah, I can't help but notice that you'd be, well, tentless. It's simple but hard. As many things in life are. Yeah. Simple.
So you don't need to turn this.
Yeah. Simple does not mean easy. Although they do get used interchangeably for some reason. They shouldn't be, but they do. What is that? I see. But yeah. Technically speaking, lifting a large rock is simple. Lifting a large rock is not an easy task. It's quite tiring. Or a bag of cement, or sand, or fertilizer, or a small tree. Being that it's a tree that's not actually very small, but it's technically small comparative to what it will be. I suppose in this context, clearing out a fort of goblins, it's a very simple task. Could be quite hard. Very work intensive. Energy intensive, I guess? They're tenacious. They're tenacious, right? Ooh. Okay. Yep, that was my table. That hit with my knee. Fun. Love it. There really is a lot of things that you could bring along. I guess it really depends on where you're going to go. Or what you're going to do, I guess. Yeah. Really depends. Because, like, I mean, I guess if you're going to go deal with a horde of goblins, that's one thing. If it's undead, that's another thing. If you're going to deal with, oh, I don't know, for some reason, dragon, well, you should probably just not bother depending on your level of preparedness, but it's technically doable. Not sure why you'd want to. But then why do you do anything that you do in D&D? For the lols, usually. Usually for the lols. Yeah. Classic, really. I think I'd rather deal with a horde of goblins than undead. Undead is just... messy. I suppose that technically both wouldn't be great in terms of olfactory senses, but I guess it depends on the type of it. If it's like skeletons or whatever, annoying, but you can deal with it. If it's like zombies, then not a fan. Very much losing on scent index there. I mean, you're just losing the dragon no matter what. Like, it's a dragon. Most people can't deal with the dragon. And yet you always end up facing one. And no matter what D&D party you're in. Okay. Weird. But, hey, I get it. Dragons are cool. The game's also literally called Dungeons and Dragons. So, it's to be expected, really. If a little cliche. But, no. But you knew the answer to that before you asked. Well, what's the I feel like the dragon wouldn't appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think the dragon would find that quite as funny. Or at all. They're not known for their sense of humor. They're really more known for their being, you know, really powerful magical creatures and pride. Yeah, pride comes up. Pride comes up. Oh, it's the dog. Like, what am I hearing? The dog wandering. I should probably brush up on the different types of dragons at some point. Because I know that they technically, like, if I do want to get more into D&D, they all act differently, different strengths, weaknesses, and whatever. Although theoretically, I wouldn't have to worry about them for a while anyway. Yeah, no. I know Joker's gotten into D&D, but haven't quite. Although we will be doing some point another. I say another. It is another because we've never finished any of them. Baldur's Gate 3 run, so that'll be a thing. Baldur's Gate 3. It's a fun game, but I don't know. I guess I have a really active imagination, so I tend to like think of stuff that I'd want to do in it, and then I mean it's a game with a limited amount of options because they have to code them into the game and give them animations. So it can be a little disappointing sometimes, but ultimately it's a fun one. For that, with Huge Worlds, yeah. Just full of it. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Not sure where I got that vibe from, but yeah. I don't know. That's the great thing about D&D. It can be whatever you want it to be. Variety. As opposed to normal tea. What would normal tea even be? I don't know. You don't need to wonder about that question. It's irrelevant. Random. Probably green though. I'd say green tea. Sorting. I mean, more of the first one, less of the second. The wasabi thing's kind of just I mean, I'd expect to see that on the internet these days. I suppose it's better than Tide Pods, but only the technicality that it should not cause lasting physical harm. Unlike Tide Pods, which you should not at any point ingest for obvious reasons that apparently weren't obvious enough. Anyway. Yes. Although, there is the eternal disappointment of Baldur's Gate 3, where there is no option for anything Fox related, and it's very disappointing. Aha! Alto, save me. Hi Jess, yeah. Welcome back. I never asked, have you ever played Baldur's, I almost said Dungeons and Dragons 3. Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, I think you could get a pretty decent, played 2 hours. How long have I played? Because I still have yet to finish a campaign. But I have... Okay, do I really need to share this information? Like, is it critical stuff that you need to... I don't think we need to, right? Like, we can just skip over that. I played duo with a friend, they weren't interested in the game and they dropped it. Ah, that sucks, to put it mildly. Huh. Tempting ideas, tempting ideas, tempting ideas, tempting ideas. Maybe I'll ask Joker. We'll see. Yeah, because I still don't know when that'll happen, because it's Joker. So that could be at any time in the next, like, 3 months that we start that. I have no clue. Try to hang out with friends more often, so no time to solo play a huge game. I guess you don't really play League alone, do you? So I can't use that. Never mind. Fair enough. You escaped this time. To what? Baldur's Gate or League? Because I don't know when we're doing the thing with Joker. But maybe. It would mean that I don't have to control another character, which would be nice. So maybe. But that's up to him. League never tried. By all means do. It's a fun game. Just turn off all chat. Yeah. Just make sure you turn off all chat. Or don't. This is just advice. Let's just say the League's community has earned its reputation. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I said it's fair. Tomorrow's new season. I know, I'm excited. I haven't decided if I want to play it later. Probably not. It's a horrible idea. Gonna lock in on ranked finally. About time, I say, as if it really matters. It doesn't, I'm just incredibly competitive. Google? I want to smack Google a lot. A lot. I get they don't like VTubers, but still. That's the wrong website. I'm an idiot. I need to do this. Incognito mode. Over to here. Alright, go over here to this. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. We're gonna go chill down here. And see chat. Could use B. What do we do? Riot? Riot? Yeah. I would like to point out this, by the way. I can't show you the games, but, because of Riot's API apparently not loading. I'm gonna try it. Nope, can't do it. Alright. But, yeah, it's totally okay. First off, Bunny Girl is broken, apparently. Two, you can't solo carry an RE. And it causes me pain. Lots of pain. As I sit on an almost 6.0 KDA. 15, 2, and 7. Oh, that was with you. That's how long ago that was. Good times. Alright, so now I need to go look up a different one. What was my backup? U.GG's OP? OP.GG maybe? Or is that also gonna not work? And do trans stuff. Fair enough. Wish you... No, okay. Where's your deep account? Don't tempt me. I will. I haven't decided what I want to do with the whole ASMR thing. One, YouTube apparently hates ASMR for some unknown reason. Probably about the same reason as them hating VTubers, but... Funny, this one works. So where did we leave off? Here. And there. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle. Been a bit of a struggle. Fun times. I don't know why. Like, I get it if you want to play a game casually, right? But if you're gonna play a game of ranked, why would you... like, not just play to win? I don't get it. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. These are both AFKs on my team, basically. Fun times. And this one's someone else AFK'd. So yeah, this is why you don't play at the end of a season. In your own hands, to be... Why did I just click? VTubing is definitely becoming mainstream. It's kind of there, yeah, but tell that to the many accounts that YouTube has been just out of nowhere shutting down over the past like year. In that context, all mainstream means is that YouTube actually pays attention to it. and doesn't know what to do with it. When I say YouTube, I mean the people in charge at the top who actually make decisions, by the way. And Twitch, technically. But yeah, not so much the little people you actually interact with. Dinosaurs is a word. People with older sensibilities is another. Technically, if you put hyphens, it's one word. I don't want to hear it. And people tilt minute one and sprint it. Yeah. Classic. Classic. So yeah. Then I debate if I can call just talking ASMR. I probably could. But I also have high standards. Feels lazy. I don't know. Whispering. I know I talk in, like, I guess a more chill manner most of the time. Not exactly the most excitable verbally. Or loudest, for that matter. I don't know if it's that low. But I guess if it was like a video, I could always do it in post anyway, so it's like whatever. Yeah. Not like this. It definitely have to be more scripted with like an idea and a direction behind it. Unlike putting random conspiracy theories into a short. Yep. Yeah. There's definitely something to think about. I can occasionally actually plan ahead. I know. Surprising. I do not wear foil hats. I merely have a very active imagination that wanders off into random places and connects things that don't necessarily have to be connected. It's very different. You wouldn't understand. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh yeah, so the one that thing that spawned that idea. I don't have that on there, why? People's low attention spans, unwillingness to learn, and readiness to go up are a collision between big tech and media to eventually create a true cyberpunk dystopia. Yeah. Can't disprove that, can you? You can't. It could be true. It could also not be true. Unless you can time travel, you'll never figure it out. It is what it is, really. Basically, everything you could think of at night that would just randomly keep you awake, that your brain comes up with for no reason but to frustrate you, yeah. I just look at something out of that. In other news, need to come up with a different community name, because apparently Flus is taken. And I could probably still use it, but I prefer being original. Wanderers is what did I come up with? Ooh. Gets, that's right. Where'd it go? It went somewhere. I think I have to open this and go to this. Kitsus, which means a lot of things. It's a lot of things. I forget what was it. No, I saved it. I saved it somewhere. Saved it somewhere. Is it here? Where'd it go? Yes. Okay, now I just need to figure out how to open this in OBS, not close OBS. That's very different. Okay. Image. Sure. Where's this? There it is. There's that. There's that. Haha. Close enough. Alright. So basically, the first one, so ignore the middle one, that's not important. Total coincidence. I mean, have I explained how I came up with Arctic Dreams? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I've done it at some point. I don't know if you've heard it though. Okay. So the idea was, because you know, like, I mean, the dreaming part's obvious, but like, if you think of the Arctic, it's like harsh, right? Kind of unforgiving. Basically, everything that would fit in that. I can't. I don't have arms, okay? I got a little bit to work with here. So yeah, that. You're hard, intense, difficult to survive, etc., etc. Whereas dreams would be like, you know, kind of considered the opposite of that. Sort of a guinea thing, but you know, you have hope, dreams. It's kind of self-explanatory, really. I'm doing a horrible job explaining this naturally. But this, coincidentally, when I took like the 30 seconds to look it up and found this, kind of the similar idea. Like there's the last sentence of the third paragraph, and then also the Japanese meaning of the word, which sort of creates the same thing in a much more compact way. So, but yeah, no. Ultimately, it was like not giving up on dreams, even though it's hard, sort of thing, but this kind of captures that vibe. I don't know if I'm fully sold on it, but I also don't have a lot of other ideas that... Okay, first off, I kind of like that it means two different things. That's fun, right? It's not super cutesy, but it's kind of cute without being like Costco frosting levels of sweetness and whatnot. If you ever had Costco cake frosting, you understand what I'm talking about. It is like so artificially sweet, it's ridiculous. But also it's literally two syllables, Kitsu, which is nice, which means it's very marketable. Memorable. The frosting? Yeah. Which is weird considering the pizza and their hot dogs are good. Goated even. Not that I can have them, but when I could, they were good. Also very nicely sized. But their frosting. The chicken, I don't think I ever had one of those, but if it's anything like, you know, okay. First off, this is going to sound very Foxcore, but I really do like rotisserie chicken, or chicken in general. Yeah, surprise. But oh, okay, have you ever been to like a Ren fair? Or something like that? Renaissance, short for Renaissance Fair. Bacon wrapped turkey leg. Okay, let's not go. That's maybe a little too rich for my blood. Okay. That really does work quite well for Concerned. Anyway, off topic. So yeah, the turkey lake though at Ren fairs, so good, so good. Hello, transit fish. Welcome to the discussion about turkey lakes at Ren fairs, Renaissance fairs, which are generally pretty fun. I think we got a wand at one, hilariously enough. No swords, sadly. Couldn't quite swing that one. I'd prefer a katana anyway, let's be honest. If katanas are just cool. I know they're technically inferior as a weapon, but they're cooler. So they win. Cry about it. Although if we're talking about things that are cooler, magic is always infinitely cooler anyway. So, you know. Uh-huh. Is that so? Okay, I'll remember that. Oh, did you say that out loud? Oh, you might have. You might have. By out loud, you mean typed in chat, which goes onto the second channel and stays there for everyone to see. Yeah. So noted. Chainsaw swords from 40k? Okay, see, that's always bugged me, because, like, how does that work? Like, I get Gears of War, it's literally just a chainsaw, but, like, chainsword, it's cool, don't get me wrong. But, like, wouldn't it jam at some point? Feels like it'd pick up a lot of, detritus. And be a pain in the butt to clean. Just thought of that. That actually sounds like an absolute nightmare to clean. Because, like, it all goes inside, then it gunks it up, and, I'm gonna need to remember to tell you for evidence. Why does it sound like that's actually dumb enough that it would work? I don't know if it would actually work, but, like, as far as 40k goes, that I could see that working 100%. There's just some poor servitor who's in the depths of the ship running chainsaw swords in soapy water. That's his job. That's all he does. That's all he does. Day in, day out. It's a great life, really. Very simple. It's definitely worse you could do in 40k. Whoops. Whip swords give me anxiety. I don't know if you ever tried actually using a whip. It's quite tricky. Chakrams. I don't remember what chakrams look like. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Small key on a thing. Oh. So a circular blade. Got it. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I got that. The only reason to make a thing smaller is to hide it or throw it, so... In this context, I figure it was throw. Well, also hide, I guess, technically. Speaking of which, have you seen the, now that I can watch it on stream because copyright song. Oh, thank you. Don't want to deal with it. New League season cinematic, of which there may or may not be 2 more throughout the year, considering it's as Neckert pointed out, labeled Season 1 Cinematic. Darius Mac Trumbull. Trundle? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of every Darius matchup goes early, to be fair. But yeah, no, not my problem. I'm back on the in my bot lane arc, which is what happens. I swap secondaries between top lane and ADC. Because I don't actually like top lane, but ADC in low elo is a lot like it's a lot like playing bingo, but 3/4 of the boxes are automatic handicaps for yourself. I mean, that just looks like you had a stroke, Alto, I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah. I don't know. I like the cinematic, but it didn't feel as hype as they usually are. You know, like the call and I mean, Still Here took a bit to grow on me, but I like it now. This is a shame that the music's copyrighted, though. Free content ideas. Alas, not much to do about it. I recover this. I'm good friends with the voices. You were merely adopted by them. I was born to them, molded by them. They've always been my ally. Except for when, you know, they say mean things, then it's not great. But on your mid-arc still, that's not true. I did have a time where I was a jungler with a mid-secondary because I didn't realize that I'm now to get to play jungle every single freaking game. But that is what happened. Playing a different tower defense game because you're not trying to fight enraged general. My brain just skipped over, I think, 3 different words. Okay, let's try that again. Slower this time so I can actually enunciate everything. I'm playing a different... I wasn't using that knee anyway, it's fine. I'm playing a different tower defense game because I'm not trying to fight Enrage General Kolgar. I have no context, but it sounds moderately intimidating. I've realized that there's technically not an N in that word. It was spelled out as Aragid. I'm gonna stop my brain there. Okay, moving on, but I'm pretty sure you meant enraged. Just my brain can't help but point out unnecessary things. Yeah, I know, it's great. Huge snow revive general. That clears things up. I don't have enough context, but it sounds... I mean, it's a tower defense game, so it's basically giant boss thing that doesn't want to die, I figure. Haven't been able to play mid with your friends, always taken. Duos jungler, so you mid for ranked. Points. Yeah, my early commiserations to you. It's an experience. AD mid lane. Okay, one thing I would recommend. I suck with melee champions, so like I only really play Yone and Neferi, but Yasuo would be a good champion to learn because he will teach you to think about when you can actually go in and fight and trade and how to do it efficiently. $3.5 million HP on Nightmare. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's not a lot. How much does the average boss have? Just out of curiosity. If I need to support. If I ever specifically queue ADC, I'll let you know. I usually don't. It's just a surprise. As a secondary, which in this day and age means it's off roll, but yeah. I'm sad because I can already tell, because you know, we've reached that time of year again where Jinx is strong. Again. For reasons, and Zeri still sucks. Which means I'm sad. I said secondary. Bot lane secondary. Instead of top secondary. Oh, you mean someone who won't just ignore me for the entire game and then be surprised when their opponent gets attention and is more relevant? Like that? Like every game? I noticed it's gonna stop like blinking as much, but that obviously hasn't happened as much at all. It hasn't happened at all. I think it's a nervous habit. I don't know. Just throwing it up. Okay. Vayne, Zeri, Kaisa. Yeah. Yeah. I miss Zeri. Cause like I can play Caitlyn, right? But it's boring. I can play Misfortune, but it's boring. And her model is just so old. It's so old. So I'm gonna inevitably end up playing Swain. Although I have tried Yone ADC. It's not bad, but the problem with ADC is that you're technically irrelevant most of the time. It's not up to you if you win or not. You can play with your friends. Good night. Later. It's been about 2 hours. I'm gonna call it there, maybe. Yeah, maybe take a nap or something. This is my own fault, but yeah. Always make sure you drink enough water. As someone who's been dehydrated a lot, that is my advice for today. Drink water. Avoid getting dehydrated, because it's not fun. Let me grab this and get rid of it first, though. I don't need that. Alright. So, per usual, hope you guys had fun. I know a bunch of random topics and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Live Vegan Friday. No clue what we're doing. Maybe Liar's Bar again. I kind of want to play it. Could probably talk Joker into it if he's going to be on. We'll see. But, yeah. I don't know. I'll just have to play it by ear. I've not been having much... Okay, it's my own fault again, because not enough sleep or drinking enough water, which means very sluggish reaction time, so, FPS is not going great. But I will be live Friday. I need to work on a video and shorts. I need to like decide what I want to do with that, because ideally like you'd have a short every day, but I do not have the energy, because yay, depression. We're getting over that, but it's a long process, and it's acknowledging that it's going to be a long process. That's the hard part for me, because I like just doing things, which is hard to do when you don't have the energy, and then you push too hard, and then you burn yourself out, and then you can't do anything. So we're taking it slow, which does mean less productive and then therefore less growth than I'd like. But sometimes you can't help things. Refer back to the rules that I've decided I'm living this year by. And might as well share them. Have fun, be yourself. Don't hesitate, do things my way. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and don't force it. All really good basic advice, really. Because as much as it's nice to just be like, oh yeah, you just force your way doing things, because that's what everyone's advice is, like, oh, you don't feel like doing it? Just do it. It's like, wow, that sounds great to have zero motivation to do anything after that because you burn out. That really helps the process. Now, people like to give advice without thinking about how it works for other people besides themselves, or even for themselves. Till we meet again, have a good day. See ya, transit fish. Wish you the best of luck. Long story short, stay awesome, guys. I will see you Friday. Till then, later.